So today we're on another trip. We are going to Ledora, which is, how far away is it from us?
Just about half an hour.
About half an hour. We've never been to Ledora before, so we thought you might want to come with us. We're going there because I need some crockery. We've got this private function on Thursday, and we need some crockery for to be able to make some cake stands for us to do the afternoon tea. And I need some teapots because I've got no teapots and teacups. Got lots of coffee stuff, but no teapots and tea stuff. So we're going to this porcelain centre, which is apparently excellent and sells, so we've been told, and sells the porcelain by the, what's it called?
Porcelain by weight.
By weight. And it's seconds from Limoges. Obviously, Limoges is very famous for its porcelain.
In 500 metres, turn right onto N145.
Thank you very much.
That's very kind of you. I understand it is a bit of a, so you get the main shop, this is what I've been told. So the main shop is all the firsts and all the good stuff and the expensive stuff and the posh, all the posh. And then you go into the back.
Turn right onto N145.
So you can go back into the back of it, and that's where you get the seconds and the thirds and all that. I think, I'm not sure.
So we'll obviously be going in the back of the shop.
Continue on N145 for 8 kilometres.
They'll probably just show us straight through.
Where the cheap
No,
stuff
don't bother
is.
looking at this stuff. You can't afford it.
So we thought we'd take you along with us and for the ride, but it's beautiful countryside out here. It's beautiful countryside everywhere, but it's absolutely gorgeous. We've just been down a beautiful tree-lined avenue, which is really delightful, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
Anyway, I'll show you a bit of the scenery as we go, and we'll show you the shop when we get there.
Your destination is on the right.
Is this it here? This can't be it.
That's right, that's not, nothing's open there. That's it there.
That's it there?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to go in there, or in here.
Or going where it says there.
Maybe where the arrow is, that might be a good idea.
Porcelain.
Porcelain.
Sure.
Bonjour.
Ou alors juste une photo facile peut-être des calcos qui seraient pas ratés là-dessus.
Ouais.
Juste
Yeah, they're very pretty.
50 par 50, soit au diamètre 60.
Yeah.
Look at these ones down here, baby. Baby.
Ça pourrait. Oui. Et là, le transfert qui est tombé, ça pourrait. Parce que c'est plus rapide. Hein?
C'est pour honorer Bélac maintenant, que Bélac c'est le... c'est à Limoges, mais la porcelaine c'est Limoges, je crois. Enfin, c'est
On en avait ici, on en avait le jour ici.
Look at these, they're lovely. Like these long ones.
That's right. The porcelain, oh God. Why do we have the material with your tractor?
Si c'était simplement, mais.
What are they, baby, with the holes in them?
These here?
Yeah.
They're really beautiful, aren't they?
si on pouvait faire ça,
So
tu
then
vois,
you put
l'idéal,
like fans or something.
porcelaine de
Yeah,
Limoges, ce
maybe
serait.
put like that sort of
Like a
thing.
candle or something.
Yeah, or a little flame or this is like
Yeah,
how beautiful this is.
they are pretty, aren't they? Oh, it's nice.
Big price.
29
For one
a
plate.
plate. Don't think we'll be buying them then.
Bah là, enfin, il m'a tout envoyé hier soir, j'ai pas eu le temps de regarder, j'ai téléchargé moi celui du photo. Et je dois avoir plusieurs formes parce qu'il y a 75 fichiers dans tout, c'est plus le même fichier, donc il doit y avoir toutes les formes.
Is this the cheap stuff? No, it's still expensive. Oh, these are lovely. See, this is what I'm wondering, whether instead of tiers, whether you could like serve trays with like,
It'd be nice the fact that I haven't got to make them.
because you could even then go and take one tray over and then come back. I've got a funny light on my camera.
These are €5.
€5.
€5 each.
Look at these little bowls here. Are these like coffee bowls
Yeah,
where you sip from them?
Yeah, I think they might be. Big coffee now.
Oh, it's all so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oh, so pretty.
Where's the teapot? There's one of the price. 65 euros. 65 euros. Teapot.
€65 for a teapot. I don't think we'll be buying that then. I think we might be going back to Maximum's. Where's the bit then? What's the name? Where's the bit then that Karen said was paid by the weight?
I don't know, perhaps you don't remember. Perhaps it's around because there's another bit around the other side.
Oh, is there?
4.3. €4.30.
I love all these big dishes.
56.
That's not bad for that. Look at it all.
It is a nice little seat.
Yeah, they're lovely. How much are they?
14.
They're pretty, aren't they?
Big 42 for the big terrain with the top. Big suit bar. 16.7 for an object.
They're pretty, I like them. See, this is more like it. Cool. You got any red ones? So this is where it is. So much a kilo. So this is our side of the shop. Is that rain I can hear? Okay, so we're just out in the garden at the moment, trying to work out the table seating for tomorrow's function. We've got 4 families of 4, so we've got 16 people, and they want afternoon tea. So we're looking at the tables, and when you put everything you need for an afternoon tea on there, they're just not big enough. This is their table and chairs. We've got 4 people on it. That's fine if they're just having coffee, tea, and you know, snacks, cakes, something like that. Again, they're perfect if you've only got 2 people. However, when you do an afternoon tea, let's just set it up for you. So, afternoon tea for 2 people. You've got your milk jug, your sugar jug. We've still got to get the teapots. Teapot will go next to it. You've got your teacups. And obviously, baby, can you just move the teacups off as if you were sitting down, you're having your tea and your food?
Lots of imperfections in there.
So you would obviously take your teacup off.
Oh, that's a big crack, you know.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, but it's all right. It's just in the mould.
Okay.
So you know here.
So you'd have it like that. So there's plenty of room, and then this is your food platter right here. We're not doing tiers, we're doing platters. I just want it to be different to a normal afternoon tea. So that's fine, space-wise. So this is your table set up for 4 people, which is fine at the moment. We've got air teacups, air plates for when the food comes out. We've got air milk, air sugar, and obviously there'd be room for a teapot. Then the food comes out and we put our food platter down, which is fine. But as soon as somebody wants to move their teacup off of their plate to be able to eat, well, that's where the teapot was going to go. So where's that going to go? So there is not enough space on this table for a table of 4.
And now I've done this, you know, you remember when your mum and dad used to take you out to tea, and there'd be 4 of you with your brother, and they'd take you out to the little cafe, and you'd have a thing, and then you'd realise that the table was so small that you couldn't get everything on it. So my mother would have a cake in her lap and things like that, you know.
Well, we used to. Do you remember when we used to go to the Little Chef? We always picked a table for 4 instead of a table for 2,
Yeah,
so that you had space for everything.
Because the tables for 2, when your big dinner comes and your cup of tea, and you know, we'd normally have a pot of tea because
Yeah.
we wouldn't want just a cup. We always want a couple of cups, and you'd never, you know, you'd have this situation, and this is where you get, you know, people knocking stuff off the table, and you know, and it would be becoming a nightmare. And the other thing is as well is that, you know, whoever's waiting on the tables wants a bit of space to move stuff around.
So we've got to make a solution for this, and the only solution we can think of is that we need to go and get some boards.
Well, we need to make
a new top to it, which is bigger, yeah?
Yeah, just a slightly bigger tabletop. Now I think they do some boards that, you know, just again a bit of simple furniture board that, you know, you can quickly stain down, and
But they're going to be okay outside.
yeah.
So we went shopping yesterday and brought some wood for the tabletops, and Teddy Bear's made the tabletops. What did you do with them, baby?
So they're 80 by 120, and I've just rounded the edges, jigsaw off the corners, and then routed just a little round over bit on my router to take all the edges off, and then just sanded down the bottom edge just to give it a little bit of character, and also so you don't get the sharp edges. I've now affixed the top to the framework of the old table, and I'm now painting the tops with this sort of you know, the garden paint that you use it's very weird paint, but doesn't take long to dry, and it's kind of the same colour as, and hopefully if the sun shines, it opens up the pores of the wood and goes in the wood and preserves it for a while. So this is the thing. This is the second coat, and once Madame has done this affair, I should put a third coat on, and hopefully that'll keep them for a while. The trouble is because we get fairly, not extreme differences in temperature, but we get really cold, and it can get 30, 35 degrees, and it can get down to -10. So I suppose in some ways that's a big difference. But I'd imagine in the real winter we'll put these away anyway. So.
Yeah. So that's good. So we've got four big tables, 4 of them ones.
Yeah.
Which will fit 4 people are nice, and you could even fit 6 round it, really, couldn't you? If they're just having a coffee and that.
If you're having just a coffee, then 6 wouldn't do. The nice thing about these as well now is that you could easily slot 2 together.
Yeah. To make some nice big tables.
So
Bessie, come out there.
You've got 2, 4, 6, 8.
So you could fit a big group, yeah.
Easily 8 round, and you'd have a lovely big table because it'd be 160 by 120, which is a decent size table.
So we've got 4 of them, 4 of the smaller ones.
Yeah, I would think about maybe getting
and the big farmhouse. Getting what, baby?
Maybe getting some more of this.
Yeah, perhaps later on we do them all like that, because I actually prefer the fact that it hasn't got the slats in it.
Yeah, I think it's nicer. It's...
Because always worry if you put something on a slat and it's not, steady or...
Well, it's not perfectly square, and, that's the thing. If you don't put it on 2 slats, then you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there is that. I need to get this done because I'm off out.
So, event day today. Teddy Bear's off out. Getting away from it all. He's going up the farm.
Getting away from it all. This makes me laugh. Did I ever say that to you when you went away from the farm? Oh, we're having a little day out, are we? Having a little, rest? No.
Having a little, what do you call it? Shingding or something?
Little jolly boys outing.
Little jolly boys outing.
No, I am going to butcher 4 sheep. Well, I'm
4
probably
lambs.
going to butcher all 4 sheep, but we've got 2 sheep that we've got coming, and they've been slaughtered, and they're coming back from the abattoir today. And then Hugh is going to show me how he butchers a sheep. Hey, he said to me earlier that he butchers them. When he used to do them in the abattoir, he used to butcher them hanging.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he says it's a lot easier.
So, a nice lamb shank next week.
Well, there'll be lots of... He said there's going to be lots of chops. He said, how do you want them cut? Well, there's only 2 of you. And I said, well, just do them in 2s, and then, if there is a lot of people, we just, so we do quite a lot of chops.
Baby.
Hello.
Just in time.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favour?
What's that?
Could you? I know it's going to be really difficult for you to do this.
Yeah.
Can you eat a cake for me?
Well, I'm on this diet. Somebody said I had a fat belly. So.
Can you eat one of them cakes in there, please?
Well, I'll pick the smallest one. I will pick the smallest one anyway, because I don't want to spoil my dinner. I don't know why I'm sounding rather Kemp, but there you go. What is it then? Is it?
So it's choux pastry. It's an eclair.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I don't think they're as nice as the last lot.
No?
No. Creme pat's nice. Not overly sweet. But the pastry, a little bit wet.
Is it?
It's burned up now, but it got a kind of a, yeah, a little bit sort of, not, soggy's the wrong word, but I wouldn't say it's like, you know you say about the dryness of it.
Yeah. Okay. That obviously weren't the reaction I was expecting.
Don't get me wrong, flavour, spot on. Beautiful, and really tasty. I wonder, I don't reckon it's because they're in there less.
Well, that's what I'm
sweating
wondering.
A little bit. 'Cause
Maybe.
It's been hot today,
Yeah.
so maybe they are sweating a little bit.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's plenty of air.
Yeah,
You know,
they've
there
got.
looks like plenty of air, but I don't know. They look, you know, because you don't want any holes in them because obviously the
Yeah, who don't want flies to
nasty's
get in.
flying about. But, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Flavour, spot on.
Yeah.
Really tasty. I like the creme pat is nicer than the last lot.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's not. What's really nice is it's not overly sweet. You don't like.
Yeah.
You know, if you get like when I used to maybe, not saying maybe the sort of pre-packed cakes that you buy.
Yeah, get
They
really
tend to be
sweet.
really sweet, and but those are nice. Those are really nice. The flavour, everything lovely. Just a little bit, and I don't think that's necessarily your fault. I think it's probably the way they're stored, which is a bit of a shame.
Well, I've got the other half over there in that, so we can
ready for the
see.
freezer.
Yeah, so we'll see whether they're the same. Are they good enough for the afternoon tea?
I think they're certainly, they're tasty enough, flavours wise.
Maybe I need you to try another cake.
Oh God, this is such hard work. I've never known it's so hard.
Put them there.
Actually try cakes.
Look, in there, lemon drizzle cake on the top
Oh,
shelf.
it's here.
Yeah. I can't stop eating them because I think they're bloody lovely, but you're...
Well, I'm not. It's not one of my favourites.
What,
I have
lemon
to say.
drizzle?
Yeah, everybody goes raves about lemon drizzle cake, and it's not personally a favourite. I'm a bit of a
Chocolate or fruit?
chocolate or fruit cakes are me thing. Yeah, but the sponge feels really spongy, so that's quite good.
It's nice and soft and fluffy.
Oh, this is lovely and crisp. As it's supposed to be. That's a knockout. That's delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah, got just the right amount of lemon in it.
Woohoo! I got that right.
It's not like, it doesn't overpower.
I think they're blooming lovely.
Well, yeah. Make sure you don't necessarily want them.
Why? So you can eat them. They're for us, them ones. I've got another box full there. So.
Oh, lovely.
For the
But they are fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah. As I say, not one of my favourites, but I'd quite happily have a few pieces of them. They're lovely.
Shall I make you a cup of tea?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Go with it.
Yeah, a cup of tea and a bit of slice of cake. Aunt Sally.
Today we've got a private function for 16 people that have been asked to do, and it's for afternoon tea. And I'm so nervous because this is their first function of me on my own. I've got nobody to hide behind. This is it. I've done all the cooking. Everything's homemade. Everything's been sourced locally, which I'm really pleased about. All of the vegetables, all the salad stuff, it's all from up the road from Sheila and Ian. I've made all the cakes myself. So if it's not very nice, it's all down to me. So I'm really, really nervous. And 16 people don't sound like much, but when they're all coming at once. So just to give you a quick update on what we've been doing, we've obviously cleared all of the garden for the event, which you have seen. The garden's looking really good. Sheila and Ian just loaned us the plants, so they've taken them back. So the plants have gone, except for 2 trees that they gave us, which are outside the house. But we are going to get some more plants before we open, so I need to go and buy some. Now I can see what I really liked in the garden and what looked good. I need to go and buy some, or go to the book and try and get some large pots and things. So the garden's looking good. Inside, Yeah, I've been literally cooking for the last 3 days. Sorry about the state of me. Got up and had a shower this morning and didn't even brush my hair afterwards. So I need to get myself ready before they come. Get my t-shirt on. But one thing I'm really pleased about, which I want to show you, is the cake stand that came from Buy Me a Coffee money, which I know a lot of you put towards, which is absolutely fabulous. So just to show you around, and I just think it looks perfect, but also it is perfect because it keeps any flies or anything off of all the cakes. All the cakes are in there. We've got some kids coming, so I've made them some cake truffles. We've got some Victoria sponge, mini Victoria sponge. They just need to be dusted with sugar icing. We've got eclairs there, which are filled with creme pat. We have lemon drizzle cake. We have chocolate cake. And then we're going to have some scones as well. So I'm just going to make the scones. Well, they're in the oven right now, the scones. For savoury course, everything's in the fridge, prepped and ready. But me and Ted had a bit of a taster last night, and I'll show you what the platter looks like. But the menu for the savoury course is, where's my menu? Bellinis with smoked salmon and cream cheese, and bellinis with pate. I made the bellinis myself, and I'm really pleased actually. They've come out brilliant. Quiche, all homemade. Leaves with garlic cheese. I can't remember what the cheese is called, but it's like a garlicky herb cheese. Buisson. We have it back in the UK. Buisson. It's apparently really popular here in France, where you have they're not lettuce leaves. I can't remember what the leaves are called, but they're like a boat-shaped leaf, and you fill it with this cream cheese as an aperitif. That's something that's quite popular. Then we've got feta cheese and tomato pastries, Serrano ham with rocket and feta in them. We've got bruschetta. We've got, that's it, savoury course, that's it. I was going to do some cheese scones, but then when we did the platter last night for me and Ted, it just looked so full, and we ate it and we were really full at the end of it. And I thought, and then they've got sweet course to come as well. So I thought, I'm not going to do any more, that's plenty. What we are going to do is, because we've got children, with the bruschetta, I'm going to serve it separately. So I'm going to put the topping, the garlic, basil, tomato topping in a bowl, and then display the bruschetta around the outside, the toasted, the garlic toasted bits, you know what I mean. Display them around the outside so that the children, if they don't want the balsamic vinegar topping on it, they don't have to. And I'm going to give the children a Mediterranean salad, something a bit plainer. So I hope I've got enough. I think I have. I don't want to go overboard because we don't want loads of wastage. And I need to try and cost this. So per person, it works out that it costs about £2. They're going to have unlimited tea and coffee, but the cost is about £2. Now, I need to decide how much I'm going to charge. Now, what I've done today is actually done some forms for people to fill out. Because they know this is a trial run, we're not open for business. We can't take any money yet because we're obviously not licensed. And I have booked my course, my licensing, and that is taking place on the 30th of August. I'm quite nervous about. But I've done these forms that I'm going to ask people at the end of the day to fill out. And it just thanks them for attending and asks them if we can have their feedback. And it says service, so I want their feedback on the service. Was it poor, good or excellent? Surroundings, the food quality and the food quantity. And then there's an area for them to put their comments. Then at the bottom, what I've done is put, based on your experience at Chateau de Montmagny today, can you please let us know, in your opinion, what you would consider as a fair price to pay for the meal you have received today? So what I want them to do is put down the price that they would be willing to pay if they came for afternoon tea with us. Now, I would like to charge €15 a head. There's a lot of work that goes into this. Like I say, I've been cooking literally the last 3 days. And yes, a lot of that has been trying out new recipes and trying different things, looking at how they look on a plate. And I can do a lot of it in batch cooking. But it does take a lot of time. So yeah, I would like €15 a head, but let's see what they say, and I'll let you know at the end of the day. So, the event is all over. All done and dusted. I didn't get any video of the event. There was a lot of children with the families, and I wasn't comfortable with filming it. So, but it went really, really well. Everybody had such great feedback. But I've just seen Ted's arrive back home from the farm, so we're just going to see how he got on for his day, and then we'll give you a bit of a debrief.
Hello. So today I've been up the farm, which is a role reversal, as Michael said. He spent the day with you, and I've spent the day with you. And we've butchered 2 lambs. We've butchered 47 kilos of lamb, so 25 kilo lamb and a 22 kilo lamb. Hugh did the first one, and then I did the second one. But we also did 2 more as well. And then I did all the vac packing, and we've got about 40 kilos of lamb.
Okay.
Which in monetary terms is about €400 worth.
Wow.
And that's the thing but that's not things like tenderloin, which is really expensive. You know, we've got chops coming out of our ear rolls. We've got shoulder joints, we've got hand joints, we've got neck joints, we've got
Hand joints.
Yeah, there's a hand, so you get the shoulder and the hand are on together, and we've got this here is a whole shoulder joint, but I've also cut it down here, which gives me the shoulder joint and the hand
Lovely.
So, yeah, we've got Lesa wanted specifically, one of the things she'd asked me to get is a shank. So she wanted lamb shanks. Now lamb shanks normally will come about that big, don't they? Yeah? That's a lamb shank.
That's one lamb shank?
One.
Wow.
So there's a couple of them. So
Cool.
There's 4 of them. And I said to him, just do it as a shank, and that's for us.
Well, I think our friend John might be back for another slow cook.
Well,
Let's go and put it in the freezer then.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be in the freezer. Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, that's me in the mornings, isn't it?
Okay, so it's the morning after the event, and last night we sort of cleared up, had a big clear up, and we just shattered really and went to bed, didn't we? So we thought we'd do the debrief video this morning with their cup of tea. It was a good day yesterday for both of us, wasn't it?
You think it went well? You're pretty sure it went well?
Yeah, it did go very well. The feedback forms came back, and everybody just had a great time. They said the surroundings were fantastic. They loved the fact they had a tour, and they said that really made it extra special for them. So it is something that I really think we need to try and keep. Even if we did it once a week or something, or we had specific times where either me or you do a tour.
See, the thing is, I suppose we could always put it on the, you know, outside when we get the signs up and everything, that we just, you know, we put in the A-frame board, you know, tours available today, or tours available to, you know, Saturday and Monday or Tuesday or whatever. And
because
then
I think it does.
People will really, you know, I think people will sort of, because people do go up and down this road quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's not just for tourism. You know, we want, you know, hopefully the locals want to come and have it
Yeah.
as well.
And I just think it's something that makes it just extra special and different. You know, why would they come here for a coffee or afternoon tea or plat du jour when they can go anywhere else? Well, the reason why is because they can get some history, a tour, and it's just something a bit different.
It's a little bit different, isn't it? It's a little bit different, and you know, hopefully when we get our land sorted out, they can have a little wander around that. You know, it's just a nice little country place to be, isn't it?
So yeah, it went really well. What amazed me most was they did say that the savoury platter was perfect. They said that was plenty on there, but perfect. and there wasn't really any wastage, was there? There
No.
wasn't anything left, which was great.
No.
But the sweet platters, they all said there was too many. There's far too many, and there was. You know, I'd sort of done a bit of everything, mainly
You
because
went overboard.
I
didn't you?
did, but I wanted to try different things, and I wanted to see what worked, what didn't work, and what people liked. Which I know it was too big, but they thoroughly enjoyed it all. They price-wise. Now,
Yeah,
I
so
haven't
you
told you this yet, have
No,
I?
so you did a thing, your little feedback form had
Yeah.
a section on it, didn't it, for the...
So
for
what do you think was the average price?
Well, what you wanted 15, didn't
I
you?
wanted 15.
You wanted 15. I don't know. When we had it the night before, I'd probably happily paid 15 for it. But what do you
I'd
reckon?
definitely pay 15 for it. So the lowest one person put was 15.
Oh, right.
The highest was 25,
Bloody hell.
and the average was 22.
That's fantastic.
So that's really good.
fantastic. And
So my 15 is I'm gonna go with 15 per person. I think that's a good price
the thing is,
for the
is
amount
that-
of food they got,
yeah.
and we get a good profit from it. And I'm
it's
happy
a
with that.
movable thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, 1 year, 1 year you might be doing that, or you might do a special day and this, that and the other, and then it might be a little
Yeah.
more, depending on what you're doing. Because it isn't, this is the thing you can't get away from. Whatever you do in that thing, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot of work. And it's a hell of a lot of work for one person,
Yeah. So the good news is as well is Sheila and Ian, who come to help me, were brilliant. They were absolutely fantastic in the kitchen, and they've both said they'd like to come and help when we open. So that's really good news
That's
for
really
me.
cool, isn't it?
Really good
I think
news.
they enjoyed it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's maybe just takes them away from the norm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, because they're effectively retired.
Yeah.
over it. And I just think it's really nice to.
And I think they really enjoyed it. So and I
Yeah,
enjoyed having them
yeah,
here.
yeah. They're
they
very social people, aren't they?
work well and
Yeah, they're very social people.
together and with me, I think. So so it was good. So tell me about your day at the farm then.
Well, that
Did
was
you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hugh, Hugh is, he's good at teaching. He's very, I was quite surprised how sort of conscious he was of, where the knives were. Make sure he's teaching me, that don't leave your knife on the bench, don't leave it this, that and the other, hang up your saw and all that. And it's I've done little bits of butchery, like I remember when we was together first off and we did that, I said don't buy chicken pieces, let's get some old chickens and we'll joint them. And it's a real nice thing to do, to joint a chicken. You get a load more meat out of it. You get the bits you want.
Yeah.
And this is just an extension of that. And it's also fascinating for me to know, he literally, they took them to the abattoir on the Monday, and we were butchering them on the Thursday, and they're in our freezer now.
Right,
And,
get away, you two.
Yeah, they're in our freezer now, and we're going to be chomping away on them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And we've got a load of meat, 40 odd kilos of meat, which is it's a lot of money. If you wanted to buy that lamb.
All those hours working up the farm was well worth
Well,
it.
it's absolutely well worth it, and and it's but it's given me a real sort of taste for doing it. So I said to him, well, next year, I said, you kill a lamb. I said, I just want the carcass, and I'm going to do it
You do it
myself.
yourself.
Yeah, I shall have to
glad
get.
you enjoyed
I
it.
shall have to get a saw. But yeah, he's a good teacher. It's good to know the parts of the lamb. He's given
And
me.
you're going to go back up there in a couple of weeks and do the farm to fork.
Yeah,
process.
so that was the other thing, is because it was a bit full on, and I was up there for a good 7 hours, and with you never get to go away lightly. So just as I was leaving, can you come and help me move the cows? Which
There's
is
always
always something to do, which is, again, it's lovely because his land is so vast you know, in consideration, you know, and it's lovely just going out in the Land Rover, having a good old chat, and then moving the cows, and it's a really sort of sedentary bit, sort of.
So this week really then has not been any renovation work. So next week we have really got to crack on with renovation. Ted's going to get back in apartment 2. I'm going to start sorting the tower out, which needs a lot of work. So that'll be fun. But to finish this week, we're going for a trip to Limoges tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
With some friends of theirs. So we'll leave you with the images of that. And don't forget, if you like the video, subscribe, ping
please
to have notification.
Subscribe. Yeah, no, that'd be great if we can get them subscriptions up. It'd be around. And I do remember, once upon a time, if we were going to get our subscriptions over 7,000, people were going to have a look in a mystery building.
Yeah.
So
we're still waiting for it.
Yeah, still waiting for those.
I'm not going in there till we get over the 7,000. So anyway, we'll see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Love to you all. Bye.
See you later. Take care. Bye bye.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers. Onward and upward.
Mind your back. So this is the big indoor market. Look at it.
Look at all this. This is great.
Oh my God, such a delight. I know.
Oh look, I thought there was more, but it's a mirror at the end.
Oh, look at them. I've never eaten an oyster, but I don't think so.
There's me
Video you, video
Lisa,
me.
Filming me, filming Lisa. She had them. We went up to the boys. They had 3 dozen, and they'd ate them all through the day. God, Christ knows what.
Christ, look at that huge piece of that fish. What is that?
But I'm really glad, so glad I'm aware that they
Is it?
invited us up, so I'm coming and drink some wine. And for the whole evening, I never had it. And then she was going,
Oh my God, look at the size of it. We would like to say a huge thank you to all of our supporters, from our patrons to our GoFundMe donors, the people that are buying us a coffee on Go Buy Me a Coffee, and you, our subscribers, each week watching the adverts for us to give us a little bit of income each month. Even if it just adds up to a bag of sand, it all helps. Take care, everyone. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
Can't stand to hear you say those words, baby, goodbye. much more. Always really knew what I was looking for. Someone to share my dreams, someone